Hello students. Today we are going to study an important English play called The Way of the World by William Congreve. This play was first performed in the year 1700. It belongs to the late Restoration period of English literature. The Restoration period began in 1660 when King Charles II returned to the throne of England after a period without a king. During the years before 1660, theaters were closed. When the king returned, theaters were reopened, and drama once again became popular in London society. However, the style of drama during this time was different from earlier periods. Writers focused on the life of upper-class society, especially their manners, social rules, love affairs, marriages, money matters, and reputation. This kind of drama is known as Restoration comedy or comedy of manners. The Way of the World by William Congreve is considered one of the finest examples of this type of play. Before we understand the story, we must understand what a comedy of manners means. A comedy of manners is a play that makes fun of the behavior and habits of rich and fashionable people. It shows how people speak politely but often think selfishly. It shows pride, jealousy, greed, dishonesty, and hypocrisy, but in a clever and humorous way. The humor is not based on physical actions or funny accidents. Instead, it comes from intelligent conversations, sharp comments, and witty dialogue. In this kind of play, characters often care more about money and social status than about true love or deep emotions. Congreve presents society in a realistic way. He does not preach or teach moral lessons directly. Instead, he shows how people behave and allows the audience to think. Summary of The Way of the World by William Congreve. The main story of the play centers on two characters, Mirabell and Millamant. They love each other and want to get married. However, their marriage faces a serious problem. Millamant is a rich young woman. If she marries without the permission of her aunt, Lady Wishfort, she will lose half of her fortune. Lady Wishfort is a wealthy widow and Millamant's guardian. She dislikes Mirabell because of something that happened before the action of the play begins. Before the events shown on stage, Mirabell once pretended to be in love with Lady Wishfort. He did this only to get closer to Millamant. When Lady Wishfort discovered that he was not serious, she felt insulted and embarrassed. Because of this, she now hates Mirabell and refuses to allow Millamant to marry him. It is important to understand that this earlier courtship is not shown directly in the play. We learn about it through conversations between the characters. Mirabell is intelligent and calm. He understands the society in which he lives. He knows that marriage is connected not only with love but also with property and legal rights. Therefore, instead of acting emotionally, he creates a careful and detailed plan to solve his problem. His plan is complex and shows how intelligent he is. Mirabell's plan involves his servant Waitwell and Lady Wishfort's maid, Foible. Before beginning the main trick, Waitwell secretly marries Foible. After secretly marrying Foible, Waitwell disguises himself as a rich nobleman named Sir Rowland. He pretends to be deeply in love with Lady Wishfort and asks her to marry him. Lady Wishfort is proud and vain. She is afraid of becoming old and unattractive. She enjoys admiration and attention from men. When Sir Rowland begins to praise her beauty and charm, she quickly believes him. She feels excited that a nobleman wants to marry her. This situation shows how pride and vanity can make a person foolish. The audience can clearly see that Sir Rowland is false, but Lady Wishfort does not realize it. Mirabell's plan is simple in structure but careful in design. After Lady Wishfort agrees to marry Sir Rowland, she will eventually discover that he is not a real nobleman but a fraud. At that moment, she will face public embarrassment and scandal. Mirabell plans to rescue her from this shame if she agrees to allow Millamant to marry him. In this way, he hopes to gain her approval and secure his marriage. However, the situation becomes more complicated because of two other characters, Fainall and Mrs. Marwood. Fainall is already married. But Mrs. Marwood is secretly in love with Fainall. She is jealous and resentful. By accident, Mrs. Marwood overhears part of Mirabell's plan. She informs Fainall, and together they decide to use this information for their own benefit. Fainall is greedy and selfish. He does not truly love his wife. He is interested in gaining control over property and money. He decides to blackmail Lady Wishfort. He threatens to expose the false Sir Rowland marriage and create a scandal. He also threatens to accuse his own wife because she was once in love with Mirabell. During that time in English law, a husband had strong legal control over his wife's property. If Fainall proves adultery or scandal, he could legally take control of her wealth and damage her reputation. At this point, the play becomes a battle of intelligence. It is no longer only about love. It is about legal power, reputation, property, and social survival. Fainall believes he has gained control because he knows the secret about Sir Rowland. He thinks he can force Lady Wishfort to give him full control of her property. However, Mirabell had prepared himself long before this moment. Mrs. Fainall transferred her property into a trust managed by Mirabell before her marriage. This means that her husband does not have legal control over her fortune. This legal protection was arranged earlier and remains secret until the final act of the play. When Mirabell reveals this information, Fainall's power disappears immediately. He can no longer threaten his wife financially. His plan fails completely. Lady Wishfort finally understands the truth. She realizes that Mirabell's actions, though clever, were not meant to harm her. She also sees that Fainall is dishonest and dangerous. In the end, Lady Wishfort forgives Mirabell and agrees to allow Millamant to marry him. Justice is achieved not through emotional speeches but through intelligence and legal preparation. Analysis of The Way of the World by William Congreve. One of the most important scenes in the play is the conversation between Mirabell and Millamant before their marriage. This scene is often called the proviso scene. In this scene, they discuss the conditions of their future married life. Millamant clearly states that she does not want to lose her independence after marriage. She wants to continue receiving visitors, writing letters, and living socially. She does not want to become silent or controlled. Mirabell agrees to respect her wishes. This scene is important because it presents marriage as a contract between equals rather than as blind romance. Both partners clearly explain their expectations. This idea was modern and intelligent for its time. Now let us analyze the main characters carefully. Mirabell is intelligent, calm, and strategic. He represents the clever gentleman of Restoration Society. However, he is not perfect. He once deceived Lady Wishfort for his own purpose. He uses tricks and disguises to reach his goal. Therefore, he is not morally pure, but he is practical and controlled. Congreve presents him as a realistic character who understands how society works. Millamant is witty, confident, and independent. She values her freedom and personality. She does not want marriage to limit her identity. Through her character, Congreve presents a woman who is intelligent and self-aware. She is not weak or silent. She speaks clearly about what she wants in life. Lady Wishfort represents vanity and fear of aging. She wants admiration and attention. Her weakness makes her easy to deceive. However, she is not evil. She is more foolish than cruel. Congreve allows the audience to laugh at her behavior while also understanding her human fears. Fainall represents greed and selfish ambition. He treats marriage as a business arrangement. He is ready to destroy his wife's reputation for financial gain. Mrs. Marwood represents jealousy and hidden desire. Her love for Fainall leads her to act dishonestly and spread secrets. Mrs. Fainall, on the other hand, is more sympathetic. She once loved Mirabell but made a practical marriage decision. She protects herself wisely by placing her property in trust before marriage. The main themes of The Way of the World by William Congreve are marriage, money, reputation, and appearance versus reality. Marriage in this society is closely connected to property and inheritance. Love exists, but financial security is equally important. Appearance versus reality is shown through disguises, hidden motives, and polite language that hides selfish thoughts. Reputation controls behavior. Fear of scandal influences every decision. The title, The Way of the World, suggests that the events in the play show how society normally operates. People create plans, hide secrets, protect property, and negotiate relationships. Congreve does not present a perfect moral world. Instead, he presents a practical world where intelligence and preparation bring success. When the play ends, the clever and prepared characters succeed. Mirabel wins because he plans carefully and acts wisely. Fainall loses because he depends on greed and threats. Millamant gains both love and independence. Lady Wishfort learns a lesson about pride and trust. In conclusion, The Way of the World, by William Congreve is not a simple love story. It is a detailed and intelligent comedy about social life, marriage agreements, money, and human weakness. It gives us a clear picture of upper-class English society at the end of the 17th century. Even today, its themes remain relevant because people still care about love, reputation, financial security, and personal freedom. The play teaches us that in the real world, love must be supported by wisdom, respect, and clear understanding. Thank you for watching this video on background, summary, characters, themes, and analysis of The Way of the World by William Congreve.